Good morning. We're going to review this Make a Friend pony. My daughter got this from her Girl Scouts gift card. She was a singular Girl Scout and sold a lot of cookies. I picked out a bunch of things for her because she's only 6 and picking out stuff from the website can be really overwhelming. And she liked everything except for this. She really liked it, but she got really intimidated and didn't want to make it to the point where she said, throw it in the trash. And I said, no. I'll make that for you. And if you don't like it as a stuffy toy, maybe it could be a decoration or something like that because we don't want to throw it out. And I'll kind of give a review and what I think about it, if I think it's actually age 5 plus, because that looks pretty intricate. I think this is definitely help your kid with it kind of a project just by looking at it. It doesn't look like they could just go ahead on their own. And when I see toys and projects and stuff, I really wish they would age it to where maybe the kid could do it on their own, because some kids want to be independent and just dive right in. So here we go on this little review of this cute little craft. Right away we have the stuffing, lots of stuffing for it. We have the ears and the head look like they're right here. I don't know if that's the whole body. There's hair right here. And the instructions with some more of the fabric pieces right here. It looks like there's a lot of pictures, so right now I'm thinking very much adults. This looks like I would rate it for more of an 8 to 10-year-old to be able to start, maybe even more of a 10 to 12-year-old to start. It does have a lot of pictures on it. You definitely have to be able to read directions. You have to be able to understand little measurements on here. It says what you'll need: a hard work surface, scissors. It does not come with scissors. Separate out all the yarn, so you have to have patience, which a 5-year-old, does a 5-year-old have patience? And then it has step-by-step instructions with pictures, and it has words like squeeze, pull, adjust in there. So there's no way that a 5-year-old would be able to do this without a lot of help with just looking at the pictures. Squeeze, pull, adjust. Just kind of flashing it by. So this is the cutest little friend I ever did see, kind of. So cute. The little body looks like this, and the little ears looks like this. And it comes with a little bag, maybe to put your extra stuff in there. So the little body comes like all in that little tiny bag with the little ears right away. And then we're gonna get started on that. My nail got stuck to the tape. And the hair kind of is puzzling. I'm wondering if I do have to cut every single thing to measure. I do, because everything is the same size. And then we have things that are like fake leather and felt, and a little bandana that are in this bag for the rest of the fabric. This felt that this is made out of is really soft and plush feeling. The other felt is a little bit more tough, so stuff that's going to be the little hair pieces and the little silky little polyester bandana, the little leather saddle piece. Take a look at this quick before we, they're like little punch out pieces. It's a very nice quality, so I really like that about it. So step 1 is to line this hole, this tiny hole up with the ear, and to pull this through for sure. I think a 5-year-old would really struggle with that, especially if they're a really early 5-year-old who are still working on fine motor skills, even those who go to preschool and 4K, because this is gonna be hard. I'm using my fake nails that can really pinch right now. Their little fingers are good for pinching too, but having a tweezers or a tool or a little craft pliers would be great right now. I'm only going to do what the instructions tell me. They tell me to use my fingers, and this is a little bit difficult for me, so I know that an older kid would have a lot more fun putting this together for maybe a buddy that they have or a little sibling. It says to just adjust the ear to make it stand up, but that's all it says, and then you can pull the ear right out. So I would suggest to, before you're finished with the project, to get a little bit of hot glue to make it stay on the inside, or thread a needle and put it together. Otherwise you could pull the ears right out. The next step is to just start filling it with polyfill, which is an easy thing that your kid could help with. I would actually put the ears in second then if you didn't hot glue them, because they might fall out while you're doing it. Okay, I missed a bag that had the looping tool in it and some more sparkly stuff, but 5 and up, this is very much like 10 to 12, closer to 12 years old, depending, because to put the next part on, so it says to start stuffing, and then you're going to start closing the top of the head by putting the hair on. Start with the 14-inch yarn. Choose one piece of the yarn and fold it in half evenly. Lay it through the circle part of the looping tool. Thread the folded loop of the yarn through the holes. Gently pull the loop through, and it tells you how to do it, but this is a lot of very specific directions that somebody that is a very good reader would have to be able to go step by step to be able to do. So even a 12-year-old might need help. I can do it. I'm an adult, 38 years old. It's all good. I feel bad for a little kid though that has an adult that isn't crafty, and they think that they're getting this and that they can do it, and they might get really frustrated. I would tell them just not to give up, but to have their adult help them. And if their adult isn't going to help them, then it's kind of a learning lesson, because this is really hard. So when I get to about here, I'm gonna put the rest of the stuffing in. I put all the stuffing in at first, and I took a little bit out because it was kind of bulging and I didn't want it to stick out of the holes. I just have one strand of yarn in each hole so far, and I've been going opposite ways so that some of the strands are laying this way and some of the strands are laying this way, like for every other one, to give it a little bit more style and like a hairdo as I'm doing it. I'm going to put the rest of the stuffing in the head right now, finish this up, and then I'm going to put a double layer of the yarn in there because I have more strands of the 14 inches that it had for me, and to make it a fuller mane. So I just finished this a basic pony. I'm not going to show the whole thing for all the little outfits that there's in there. The tail was done with an overhand knot, it said, so definitely you have to be at least, I think, 10 to 12 years old and skilled in reading and knowing what an overhand knot is. There is a little picture, but for any kid that would kind of overanalyze that or something like that, I think it would be confusing. This kit is definitely for older ages. It's very cute. My daughter came in when it was almost finished and wanted it already. I definitely can keep decorating it and making the other pieces, and it was very fun for me to do as an adult. But yeah, these little kits that are great for even adults to get to make a little present for somebody, but it's kind of funny how they're aged. It's kind of like things are aged for who would love to play with this toy and not for who could actually make the craft kit. I think a time-wise attention span, 5+ is a very inappropriate aging for it. Overall, it was fun though. I think it would sell a lot better and make a lot more people happy if it was age appropriately aged for the actual craft. Such a cutie.